Hello everybody, welcome to Decepticast, episode 10, part number 3. This is our 3v3 game, the big moment, the first 3v3 on Decepticasts, and it comes to us from a viewer, as all replays today have. So, let's get started with those player introductions here on Typhon Arena. Alright, firstly, we have, as the Blue Chaos, playing the Chaos Lord, Mayhem. His heretics already beginning that corn worship to slingshot him out. His first partner, with a very bright magenta paint scheme, we have Sho, or Sko. I'm going to go with Sho, though. So, hit their final ally as, Sho was the apothecary. Their final ally as the force commander, as Diomedes, is Lelouch. Their opponent, all the way across the map as the Red Chaos Lord, is Neritico. And hit their first ally as the Warp Spider Exarch is Sototar. And the final ally as the Plague Champion is Magic, Modest and Majestic. So let's get this game on the road. Alright. That's actually a pretty cool paint scheme too there with the yellow and the green. Alright. Everybody's moving out to their typical capture patterns. Nothing too unique, although it looks like, of course, the Warp Spider Exarch is going to pull some annoying harassment. He's going to blink across this chasm and start gunning down these scouts. Will Sho notice in time. Uh-oh, one model goes down. He teleports, likely trying to teleport behind cover there, but somewhat misses. He looks like the scouts aren't seeing him anymore. They're facing this way, so they can't shoot him. Two models are down. The third model is at 20. Oh, no! He goes down! That's a big loss right off the bat for Sho, but he did finish the cap. He needs to build yes, he gets the power node building before the Warp Spider can be extra annoying and try to get a decap off. The apothecary is hanging by the force commander. That's quite a wise thing to do. This is a very unnecessary retreat from the Plague Champ and the Chaos Marines. Meanwhile, we've got the Chaos Lord battle brewing at top. These Guardians are beginning to harass that node, and these Tactical Marines are wisely staying behind cover. Uh-oh, they're coming out. Oh no, Sho. Don't expose your Tactical Marines. Oh no, they're getting into melee now with that Warp Spider, and then there are Banshees. Now this is why team communication is very important, because Mayhem was right here. Sho did not have to retreat. He could have stayed in, but you know, most of the time, your teammates in 3v3 are not going to use their microphone, or you're not going to be on Skype or Mumble, so you're not going to be able to say, hey, stay in there, I'm coming. And even if you are, sometimes it's hard to express that soon enough. It looks like Neritico is capturing this point now. And he is also going double heretics, just like Mayhem. However, he does also have Chaos Marines, unlike Mayhem. Meanwhile, Sototar's double Guardians, Magic, Modest, and Majestic is going double Chaos Marines, as most Plague Champions are wont to do. Now, Mayhem's making quite a bit more use out of his corn worship here than is Neritico. That name is really a tongue twister for me. Alright. So, these TAC Marines have a Flamer, and they're going to have to get out of there now, it looks like. Double tax for Lelouch. And we're going to get a Devastator out of Sho. Oh, Apothecary engaging in melee with a Chaos Lord. These tacs also have Flamer. Uh-oh, these worshipping Chaos Heretics. They need to get out of there. They're very low hit points. 1-0. They're down. Oh no, that Guardian flank was not good. These scouts are in a bad position now, getting pounded on by these Banshees. Why are they sticking around? Oh, the Banshees are getting quite low fighting Diomedes there with his battle cry up. The scouts are going to get out of there. However, the Tactical Marines are sticking around. They've activated Kraken Bolts, but as many people do not know, Kraken Bolts do not do anything additional against commanders as far as I know. I believe they only work do additional damage against heavy infantry. However, I know some people use them because they like the style, and they are very stylish. But however, this is not Space Marine, where Kraken bolts make your bolter more powerful against everything. By the way, Kraken bolts in Space Marine are really annoying. Just so you know. Alright, so that Devastator is keeping all this stuff down. It should not be advancing. The firing arc is perfectly set up. We got a grenade spike. It does do quite a bit of damage. Those are going to have to get out of there. However, they do not have to... they do not lose any models there. This is a very interesting thing, is that most Space Marine players and Chaos Space Marine are not that used to being grenaded. I know I'm not. And I played against a player recently who just had double scouts with sergeants right off the bat, was grenading the heck out of my Chaos Marines, and it was very, very effective. Bit of a Gen Bash going down now here with double Eternal War Chaos Space Marines plus Grenade Heretics. However, in comes Lelouch with his forces. Those scouts are not going to be able to stay around with grenades going down. They need to come in last, not first. You don't lead with the scouts. They are far too fragile. Or as the French say, fragile. Alright, Battle Cry is up, and that Diomedes is knocking people left and right. He needs to switch targets. He has. Alright, now that Flamer is going to be able to get in there on those Chaos Heretics, except that they have run away. Quite wisely, I must say. A heal goes down from the Apothecary on the Force Commander. Very nice teamwork. However, we do see a huge flank coming in. This Devastator needs to turn around and set up. These Heretics need to not be there. Alright, we've got our first Assault Space Marines in for show. But they're going in on the Chaos Lord. This is a bad choice. Melee is what the Chaos Lord lives for. If you give him something to melee, even if it's another melee squad, you're doing him a favor. Not only is he a powerhouse in melee, but he also has Kill the Weak, which is essentially his vampirism. Alright, a very nice Gen Bash going down now with these Flamer attacks. Exactly what they're meant for. The Devastator is not able to set up and really get going as the Chaos Lord was standing far too near to him. Ooh, Mayhem is in tier 2, and so is Lelouch, far ahead of everyone. And Mayhem is capitalizing on that with Let the Galaxy Burn and a Blood Maul. You know what would be good right now? Let the Galaxy Burn right here. Or right here, actually. But is he going to do it? He's going to try, but he's getting focus fired, so he's going to have to retreat. Thanks to Corn Worship, he's going to get out of there, but are these Heretics going to make it out? They're still worshipping, even though there's nothing there, and there's only one of them. That's a very sad worship. A worship party for one. That Apothecary is leading the charge, and it is not going to survive. Nope, nope, nope. That's okay, that's what I do with Apothecary too, and it's not very smart. But sometimes it's just hard to keep track of that guy. Those TAC Marines jump right in Lelouch's Razorback. You might not know this, but you can jump in your teammates' transports. Be careful doing it, though, because you do take up a transport slot, and they will not be able to get... You have to let them know when you're doing it, so they will not be able to load quite as many squads in. Now, Sho, Naritico, and Sototar are all going tier 2. However, Magic is still tier 1. Sorry about the barking in the background. If you can hear that, that is my dog spying somebody outside of our house, which he loves to do. However, I'm not going to cut the cast this time, because to heck with him. This Apothecary has had to toss a heal down on himself, is getting improved medical equipment, however, and decapping this point. However, in the south, Magic has done quite a decent job of recapturing territory. Still down 2 generators on this farm. And everything's looking up for Blue Team right now. They've got quite good map control, except for the bottom point here. And their generator is now getting bashed. They need to recapture this. Oh, they're rebuilding it right there. And in come the Assault Marines, along backed up by the Devastator and Tactical Marines, Flamer attacks. The Assault Marines have chosen to attack the Grenade Heretics, which for some reason also have an aspiring champion. And of course the Devastator is just chewing through these with the Assault Marines and Flamer attacks, so that's going to drive all that off. A very nice move by Shoal. However, meanwhile, his Apothecary that was capturing this point got ambushed, And as he says in chat, he did lose track. That's very easy to do, especially in 3 vs 3. There's a lot going on, and it is difficult to keep track of everything you're doing. Alright, this Force Commander's capturing this top point, even as these Assault Marines capture this bottom point, and the Devastator and Flamer attacks go to try to save this node. Now this is always a tough call, is how close do you want to put your setup team before setting them up without getting too close. I think that was a pretty good choice on Scholl's part. Meanwhile, Mayhem is blood mauling the crap out of these grenade heretics. And what is this? 2 Corn Towers? What is happening? These are very good defensively, however, it's a very interesting choice to Corn Tower up your enemy's natural victory point. That Blood Crusher just took quite a bit of damage there, just running through the area. Joining up with the rest of his forces now. He should get some worship from these guys, get some health back. And we look back, there's a 3rd Corn Tower going up. What is Mayhem thinking? Alright, he's going to have to run away with his Chaos Lord now, as that Blood Crusher and his supporting forces will do quite a lot of damage to that Chaos Lord quite quickly. However, Bloodletters, as we all know, do heavy melee, which is quite effective against Blood Crushers. Oh wow, his health is going down quite quickly. He tries to frightening yell there, but he is just going to re-engage with the Chaos Lord. And ultimately the Chaos Lord comes out just barely on top there with 60 hit points to spare. Meanwhile, Red has made a successful push in the bottom, taking that point, and the Warfighter Exarch looks like he's poised for a ninja cap of the natural victory point there. We do have Wraith Guards up for Sototar, which will be quite effective against these now 5 Corn Towers freckling this upper victory point here. This is a very interesting choice out of Mayhem to spam the Corn Tower, especially in such close proximity. In general, if you're going to do something like this, you probably want to spread them out a little bit, as I believe they are quite vulnerable to area of effect right now. Alright. It looks like Naritico has become aware of the fact that they don't have this victory point, and there were a couple Corn Towers there, so he's going to head back. Meanwhile, this Warfighter Exarch has successfully ninja'd this point. Double rocket attacks from Lelouch. I'm not sure I agree with that. We haven't seen a lot of vehicles out of Red Team, so that purchase might have been a little bit preemptive, a little bit too preemptive there. I do see that.